What's up? Let's talk real quick about these Iranian elections. Um, a lot of people are saying that they're rigged. Um, and I mean, they probably are. But I haven't seen any real evidence to suggest, some solid evidence to suggest that they were rigged. You know, you can't just claim that that an election is rigged just because the person that you didn't want to win, you know, won. All right, just like people are saying, some of the Red Wings fans are saying that the Stanley Cup was rigged because the Wings lost. No, it wasn't rigged. The reason we lost is because we played a shitty game on Game 6. That's why we fucking lost. And you can't just say that the elections are rigged just because the person you wanted to win didn't win. That's people claim that the elections in 2004 were rigged. I don't think that. I think that people are just dumb and they voted for Bush again. Um, with that being said, are the elections probably rigged? Yeah. But how much of a difference does it make? It seems so bizarre to me to be rooting for a slightly more moderate barbarian theist to win in a country whose laws are based on a barbaric book written by a fucking pedophile with a power trip. All right. I mean, when push comes to shove, the country is still ruled by the Ayatollah, and it's still ruled by the clerics and the leaders, the Muslim leaders, and it's still ruled by the Iranian army. So trust me, if Ahmadinejad is in charge and he does something that the Iranian army or the clerics don't like, they'll take care of him. They're the ones that had the final say. It's kind of like in Rome, when the emperor did some shit and the Praetorian didn't like it, the Praetorian took care of business. All right, the Praetorian was in charge. The Praetorian decided who did and did not rule Rome. And in the case of Iran, the clerics and the army decide who is and is not the president of Iran. These people will protest the election going the wrong way, but they won't protest the mistreatment of women or the mistreatment of non-Muslims or any of the other fucking shit that they do in that backwards, barbaric place. And you don't like that shit? Fuck you. Islam is a barbaric fucking religion, just as much as Christianity is. Just thankfully, the Christians don't have their laws set in stone here yet. Like the Muslims have their laws set in stone in Iran. I don't see the Iranians budging on the issue of Israel, and that's really the main issue that we have with them right now. If you think the only reason that Iran, they make it sound like the only reason Iran has a problem with Israel is because Ahmadinejad does, and that's bullshit, and you know it. You're flat out lying. All the Arab states have a problem with Israel, and that's just the way it is. And all the Muslim states have a problem with Israel. Because I know Iranians aren't really Arabs, whatever. I don't really give a fuck. And they're not going to change their opinion on that until they get over their fucking barbaric religion and they stop living pretending that it's the year 600. You know what I'm saying? And frankly, I don't really give a fuck about Israel anymore at all. I think they're a waste of our energy. I think that they're a threat to our national safety. I think that they're unwilling to compromise at all, and they went out of their way to avoid a two-state solution that they signed on to. So frankly, I don't really give a fuck about them because they won't make any concessions, and they want to start wars with people for no good fucking reason. And I don't think that they should be given any kind of special respect any more than we deserve for the bullshit that we pulled in Iraq. They pull some bullshit in Gaza, and it's like, oh yeah, They were right to go in there and bomb everyone indiscriminately because some people shot some bottle rockets over a fence. But that's neither here nor there because this isn't really about Israel. Point is that Iran's not going to change just because they have a slightly more moderate barbarian in charge of their country. Okay? Don't kid yourselves. Will they negotiate with us? Maybe. But I think they'd negotiate even with Ahmadinejad in charge. And if Ahmadinejad is going to have the backing of the army, it's probably better that he's in charge of Iran anyway, because if we reach some sort of agreement with Iran that the Muslim populace doesn't approve of, it would be good to have the army backing Ahmadinejad. But that's just, I'm just being as cold-hearted and logical about it as possible, because I really don't think it's going to matter either way as far as human rights issues go, because I don't think they're going to change even with a slightly more moderate person. And frankly, I'm not interested in the complaints of a group of people that aren't willing to throw off their theocracy. I really don't give a fuck about them at all. The only reason I care about Iran is because they're a threat to us militarily in the region. Even though I don't think we should be in Iraq, I still don't want them starting some shit with us there anyway, because I don't want any Americans to get killed. I don't know. The idea that anyone would think that an election in an Arab state or in a Muslim state is fair and free is a fucking moron. Take Saudi Arabia. Nobody ever says shit about Saudi Arabia. And they're fucking just as hardline dictatorship bullshit as Iran is. But nobody says shit about them. I mean, even the people who are all anti-Muslim and shit, that are anti-Arab, don't say anything about that. It's fucking weird to me. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's very bizarre to me. Have I said enough offensive things about Muslims yet in this video? I hope I have. If I filled my quota. It was necessary to do these things. I saw Joe Biden this morning. I don't know if it was a live interview or if it was recorded. It was Meet the Press, so I'm not sure. But he was being interviewed, and I think Joe Biden is probably a smart guy, but he should not be let out to talk to anyone because he doesn't do a very good job. He seems like one of those kind of people that you want as an advisor, in your at your conference table, and you ask him questions and he gives your opinion. That's fine, but don't let him out to talk to people because he gets really easily irritated. Though I will give him credit that he managed to be polite when asked questions about Dick Cheney, which is more than you can expect of anyone at this point. Dick Cheney and his daughter. Does his daughter do anything? Does she have a job or a position? What is her basis for being allowed to speak as if she knows anything? Does anyone know that? Because I don't. It just seems that she appeared out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so Obama, keep Biden on a leash, or give him better handlers, because or put a microphone in his ear and just tell him what to say, because he's not doing a very good job. 30 seconds starting right about now.